In the small village of Darkwood, there lived an old woman named Malvina. She was known for her dark magic and her ability to communicate with the spirits that dwelled within the woods. The villagers often sought her help for various reasons, but they always did so with fear and trepidation. One foggy night, a young man named Ethan arrived in Darkwood, seeking answers about his missing sister Tara. Desperate to find any clue that could lead him to her whereabouts, he approached Malvina for help. She agreed to assist him on the condition that he fulfilled 3 tasks she would assign him. Ethan accepted the terms and began his journey under Malvina's guidance. The first task was to venture into the Darkwood Forest and find a peculiar stone with an eerie symbol etched onto it. Ethan, armed only with a lantern and his determination, entered the dense forest. As he walked deeper into its darkness, he began to feel a malevolent presence lurking within the shadows. As the night wore on, Ethan finally discovered the mysterious stone, but as soon as he touched it, an otherworldly force seized him. He fell unconscious and woke up in front of Malvina's cottage with no memory of how he got there. She informed him that completing the first task had awakened a powerful demon residing within the stone, which was now connected to his soul. The second task required Ethan to venture into the Catacombs beneath Darkwood Village. There, he would have to find a skull adorned with gold leaf and bring it back to Malvina. As he delved deeper into the labyrinthine tunnels, the air grew colder and more oppressive. The whispers of the dead echoed through the darkness, sending shivers down his spine. Finally, after hours of navigating the treacherous catacombs, Ethan stumbled upon the skull he had been searching for. However, as soon as he touched it, a chilling wind began to howl within the tunnels, threatening to collapse them around him. Just in time, Ethan managed to escape with the skull and return it to Malvina. The final task was by far the most dangerous of all. Ethan had to venture into the heart of Darkwood Forest, where a powerful demon known as the Devourer resided. He would have to offer the demon the skull he had retrieved from the catacombs in exchange for information about his missing sister. Ethan, determined and fearless, set out on this perilous journey. As he approached the demon's lair, he could feel an otherworldly energy emanating from within. The trees around him twisted and contorted as if they were alive, their branches reaching out to ensnare him. Finally, Ethan stood before the Devourer, a towering, malevolent presence with razor-sharp claws and glowing red eyes. In a dark, haunting voice, the demon demanded the skull as payment for the information he sought. With trembling hands, Ethan offered the skull to the demon. As soon as the skull touched the Devourer's grasp, a blinding light erupted from within the lair. When the light faded, Tara stood before her brother, alive and well. The demon had revealed that she had been kidnapped by a group of travelers who were using her in their dark rituals. Overjoyed to have found his sister, Ethan made his way back to the village with Tara by his side. As they walked, he couldn't help but feel grateful for Malvina's guidance and wisdom throughout his journey. However, as they journeyed back home, he noticed odd things about his sister. She acted like herself, but he could have sworn he saw her eyes turn completely black a couple of times. "Maybe I'm just tired," Ethan said quietly to himself. As darkness set in, Tara became hostile and started changing shape. "What the heck is happening to you?" Ethan said. Tara responds, Run as fast as you can. I can't control this." Ethan's heart raced as he watched his sister transform into a grotesque creature with scaly skin and razor-sharp teeth. He turned to run, but his sister's voice echoed through the forest, calling out to him. "Ethan, don't leave me," Tara said, her voice a distorted version of her own. "Help me control this." Ethan hesitated, torn between his love for his sister and his fear of the monster before him. As he stood frozen, Tara lunged at him, her jaws snapping inches away from his face. Suddenly, Malvina appeared beside Ethan, her eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. "I warned you, boy," she said, her voice cold and unforgiving. "You have meddled in forces beyond your understanding." Ethan watched in horror as Malvina chanted a spell, causing Tara to writhe in agony. When the spell was complete, Tara lay motionless on the forest floor, her monster form gone. "Your sister is gone," Malvina said, her voice devoid of emotion. "She was possessed by a demon, and there was nothing I could do to save her." Ethan fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. "What have I done?" he whispered. "I never should have come here." There was a loud voice calling to Ethan. He looked up. In his amazement, he saw an old but powerful wizard who was once thought to have passed away hundreds of years ago was now standing before him. He saw what had happened. He looked at Ethan and said, "Fear not, my son, for there is still enough time to save her." Ethan responded, You can?" The wizard responded and said, "Yes, but there are some things you'll need to do. It will be a journey in itself. Once complete, then return to me no longer than 3 days at this very spot, and we will discuss then further then. I will stay here and prepare." Ethan agreed. The wizard warned him strongly that anything longer than 3 days it will be too late. Ethan said okay. The wizard gave Ethan an ancient map and told him exactly what he'll have to do. Ethan went on his way. Ethan's heart was heavy with grief, yet a glimmer of hope ignited within him at the wizard's words. With the ancient map clutched tightly in his hand, he set forth on a new journey, determined to save his sister from the clutches of darkness. The map led Ethan through treacherous landscapes and enchanted forests, where mythical creatures lurked and ancient curses whispered through the wind. He faced challenges that tested his wit, courage, and resolve. Each step brought him closer to the ultimate goal of rescuing Tara and undoing the terrible fate that had befallen her. Days turned into nights, and Ethan's determination never wavered. He encountered wise hermits who shared their ancient wisdom, battled fearsome beasts with his newfound skills, and solved riddles that guarded the secrets of the path ahead. Finally, as the third day drew to a close, Ethan found himself standing at the same spot where he had met the old wizard. The wizard emerged from the shadows, his eyes gleaming with anticipation. "You have returned," the wizard said, his voice carrying an air of ancient power. Ethan nodded, his heart pounding with a mixture of anxiety and hope. "I've done everything you asked. Now please tell me how to save my sister." The wizard extended his hand, and Ethan handed over the map. The wizard studied it intently, tracing his fingers over the intricate lines and symbols. "You have proven yourself, young one," he said, "but the task ahead is not for the faint of heart." The wizard began to chant, his voice resonating with the forces of magic that surrounded them. The ground trembled, and a portal materialized before them, swirling with ethereal energy. "This portal will lead you to the realm where the demon that possessed your sister resides," the wizard explained. "There, you must confront the demon and free your sister's soul. But beware, for the realm is treacherous, and the demon's power is beyond anything you faced before." Ethan took a deep breath, his determination unwavering. "I will do whatever it takes to save Tara." Stepping through the portal, Ethan found himself in a realm of swirling shadows and eerie echoes. The air was thick with malevolence, and a sense of foreboding settled over him. As he journeyed deeper into the realm, he could feel the presence of the demon growing stronger. Finally, he stood before the demon, a grotesque and imposing figure that exuded darkness. "Release my sister," Ethan demanded, his voice quivering with a mixture of fear and determination. "You thought you could save her?" the demon sneered. "You are but a mere mortal, powerless against my strength." Ethan felt a surge of fear, but he refused to back down. The demon let out a sinister laugh. "Your sister is mine, her soul bound to my will. What can you offer in exchange?" Ethan's mind raced, and he remembered the skull he had retrieved from the catacombs. "I offer you this," he said, holding out the skull. "In exchange for my sister's freedom." The demon's eyes glowed with interest as it examined the skull. "A worthy offering, but it is not enough." Ethan's heart sank, and he felt a surge of desperation. "What more do you want?" The demon's grin widened. "I want your soul, young one, a life for a life." Ethan hesitated, his mind racing. He thought of Tara, of all the love and memories they had shared. He couldn't let her remain trapped in this darkness. With a deep breath, he made his decision. "I'll do it. Take my soul, but release my sister." As soon as the words left his lips, a blinding light enveloped him, and he felt an intense surge of energy. The demon let out a deafening roar, its form contorting and writhing in agony. The ground shook, and Ethan could sense the realm itself rebelling against the darkness. When the light faded, Ethan found himself back in the forest near Darkwood Village. The portal had closed, and he was alone. But he wasn't truly alone. Tara stood before him, her eyes wide with astonishment. "Ethan, "Is that really you?" she whispered. Tears filled Ethan's eyes as he embraced his sister. "Yes, Tara, it's me. I've brought you back." Tara looked at him with gratitude and a hint of sadness. "Thank you, but at what cost?" Ethan's gaze was steady. "At the cost of my own soul, perhaps, but it was a price I was willing to pay to save you." As they walked back toward the village, the weight of their ordeal hung heavy in the air. The darkness had been defeated, but the consequences of their actions lingered. The story of Ethan and Tara's harrowing journey spread throughout the village of Darkwood, becoming a tale of bravery and sacrifice that would be told for generations to come. And while the scars of their ordeal remained, so too did the bond between brother and sister, unbreakable and stronger than ever before. Ethan just can't help but wonder what will happen when the demon comes to collect. That may be a story for another time. If you've liked today's story and would like to hear more like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you have a story you'd like us to tell, or maybe you didn't like the way a story ended, let us know in the comments.